Erica from Idolater. Welcome to Soundbytes, where we bring you all the music news you need from the artists you love. It's Thursday, and that means it's time for Extended Cut. Grab your popcorn, everybody, because Jennifer Lopez is reinventing herself as Jenny from the box office. The former American Idol judge is filming a big screen concert documentary, in 3D, of course. Named after her song Dance Again, the movie will feature live performance footage and give fans a front row seat into the big changes in her life. Make sure you guys have your tissues because we are going in to her divorce from Mark Anthony. You may have noticed the formula matches Katy Perry's Part of Me 3D, which only took in $7 million in its opening weekend, and that was with a spinning peppermint bra. Elsewhere in her career, J.Lo isn't selling like she used to. Well, in the album sense, she's been selling the hell out of Fiat.
They may be just streets to you, but to me, they're a playground.
Her greatest hits compilation only went to number 20 on the Billboard chart, and its title track failed to break the top 10. Plus, she hasn't acted in a real box office smash since, The Wedding Planner. And that was 11 years ago. So does J.Lo still have the star power to make her music movie crossover a success? To answer that question, we have J. Edward Keys, editor-in-chief of eMusic.com. Hi, Jay.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. So, is anybody going to see this movie?
Well, I feel like the filmmakers could have a real hit on their hands if they could just figure out how to package up this movie and send it back to 1999. I'm not really sure J.Lo has that kind of star power anymore. She put out a record last year, it didn't sell very well. She was a judge on American Idol on the lowest rated season of the series. I feel like even she's more consciously concentrating on her Latin fan base. She just did a tour with Enrique Iglesias. I think it'll do well in that market, but as far as crossing over and being a big mainstream hit, I'm not sure it's gonna happen.
So, crossing over might not happen, but will it translate into album sales? Do concert docs ever translate into album sales?
Yeah, I feel like they used to in the 80s when you're talking about U2, Rattle and Hum. These days, it almost feels like it's the reverse. 3D movies cost a lot of money to make. You have to have a bankable star behind it. You have to have somebody that the audience already has a relationship with, that they love, and that they're going to want to spend another $20 to spend another 2.5 hours with in the theater.
Right. So what does it take to do a concert film right?
Well, I feel like if you look at the two biggest 3D concert movies in recent memory, they're Justin Bieber and Hannah Montana. Both of those had two things in common. They had a rabid fan base, particularly teen and preteen. And the other thing is that both of those artists were on tours that it was impossible to get tickets for. People were trying and trying and trying and couldn't get them. I feel like the 3D movie in that case functions as a kind of alternative for people who didn't get to see them live or who maybe didn't want to spend $100, $200 to get in to see them. They can spend $15 or $20 and get relatively the same experience in the theater.
Right, so J.Lo's she's too old and too attainable.
I think most of her fans have moved on by this point.
All right, thanks again for joining us, Jay.
Thanks for having me.
If Dance Again flops in theaters, it'll be less a knock on concert documentaries and more a sad verdict on J.Lo's career, because more than a few artists have made a killing on the silver screen. Let's count down the top 5 money-making concert movies of all time here on Extended Cut. All right, starting off at number 5, we have Madonna, Truth or Dare. The doc was released a year after the Material Girls' 1990 Blonde Ambition tour and went on to gross $29 million worldwide. Not bad for a mostly black and white film. At number 4, Katy Perry's Candy Coated Tour went three-dimensional in Part of Me. Debuting on the 4th of July, it gave fans a backstage pass to Katy's Teenage Dream Tour, and unfortunately her divorce from Russell Brand. The film received fairly positive reviews, and after an aggressive media blitz, it took in over $30 million worldwide. Miley Cyrus's split personality lands at number 3 with her Hannah Montana concert movie Best of Both Worlds. Before she was a pixie-cut yoga enthusiast, a more wholesome Miley earned the film $70 million at the box office. And when it premiered on Disney Channel in July of 2008, nearly 6 million people tuned in. Her straight-to-DVD movie Lol should have no problem hitting those numbers. Justin Bieber Never Say Never is a runner-up on our list. The 3D biopic followed Bieber's rise from Canadian YouTube sensation to international superstar and my future husband. Critics weren't too keen on the doc, but it still pulled in $98 million, which leads us to believe that it wasn't only seen by tween girls and their parents. Right, guys? And now at number 1, we have, shocker, Michael Jackson, This Is It. Released in the hectic months after the star's death in 2009, the film showed MJ like we'd never seen him before, backstage rehearsing and creating a live show from scratch. The king of pop's ever-obsessive fans went nuts for it, and critics enjoyed it too, which is why the movie went on to make, brace yourselves guys, an incredible $261 million worldwide. Which tour documentary tops your list? Tell us on Facebook, Twitter, or below. And Kylie fans, don't get mad because we left our Aphrodite DVD off the list. We're just reporting the numbers. For more on J-Lo, MJ, and all the artists you saw in Soundbytes today, stay right here at idolater.com, where we overthink pop music so you don't have to. Bye, guys.